You can't rely on your children to take care of you in your older years. You just can't. They have two jobs that they're working, a family perhaps, or they even live in another state. So you should begin to think about what your long-term arrangements are going to be when you get old and you can't afford to be as independent as you may be now. You may have thought that nursing home facilities or assisted living facilities is an option. However, I'm here to tell you it may not be a viable option. There's nursing home facilities that are closing all over the country, and the shortage of nursing staff and doctor staff and nursing care assistants make it even more dire if you think that is a plan. To boot, you also have to consider qualifying for Medicaid, which does pay for more of the nursing home facilities care than Medicare does. But you have to be Medicaid eligible. I spoke about that yesterday in my video about Medicaid eligibility and what it covers in terms of elder care and nursing home care facilities. So that has to be at the forefront of your mind. If you did estate planning earlier on in your life, before you reached a more senior age, you may or may not qualify depending on what estate planning devices your attorney used at the time. But the long and short of it is that an irrevocable trust is the tool to help people qualify for Medicaid. It's not a shoo-in. Other things have to be done. There's other income requirements that have to be met before a person is eligible for Medicaid and therefore cover the long-term nursing home care services that a person may need. So you have to think about all of that. So because that's so much for someone to digest, a person can begin to feel despondent and frustrated about what their options look like if they become more senior and feeble and unable to care for themselves. Which is why I started this channel, to help people become aware of the option about moving abroad. And yes, there are nursing home facilities abroad that are affordable, that are more compassionate, and offer really extensive care that a person who's senior or even has dementia or Alzheimer's will require, or even not. If you require assisted living facilities, those also are options as well. So we're going to get into nursing homes abroad, specifically in Thailand. Now, Thailand offers the same sort of scheme that the US does in terms of facilities for the aging population. They have in-home care. A lot of families in Thailand opt for in-home care, and this is for nationals as well as expats, as well as Europeans and Americans and Canadians that have retired in Thailand. So there's in-home care for the elderly. The cost varies between $200 US to $866. A caveat about the currency. Thailand uses the baht, the Thai baht. I will give you equivalents. I am giving you the equivalents of the Thai baht, but most of these transactions will happen in Thai baht, not in US currency. But I just want you to have an idea of what it can cost you. So again, it's $200 to $866 for in-home care. The next level of care is assisted living facilities that can cost between $200 to $1,700. Residents in these facilities have assistance with their daily activities and tasks and require a little more care than someone in home. And then the most robust care is nursing homes, which cost between $288 to $2,887, depending on the quality, of course, location, and the other factors mentioned above. High quality nursing homes are readily available, and you will have a large selection to choose from, whether it's for you or for a loved one. And in Thailand, there is a culture that reveres the elderly population. The ratio of patient to nursing care worker is 1-to-1. It's more of a live-in arrangement or a resort rather than a hospital, because that attributes to having a better quality of life for the elderly patient. In order to be eligible for these nursing facilities, assisted living facilities, or to live in Thailand, you do require a visa if you are an American. And so you can opt for a retirement visa. The requirements for a retirement visa is that one has to be 50 years of over, a deposit of about 23,000 US dollars into a Thai bank account for 2 months prior to the visa application. So this is preceding the application. You have to already have transferred this money into a Thai bank account, or a monthly income of at least $1,877, or a combination of the deposit of $23,000 and the monthly income. So it's a very flexible option. So again, you must meet one of these financial requirements, not all of them. The deposit amount of $23,000 or monthly income of $1,877, or combination of these two financial requirements. And you must be 50 years of age or older. Upon applying for the visa application, you have to have proof that the money has been transferred into a Thai bank account, and use bank statements to provide proof of that. You also have to have a clean police record, as well as proof of health insurance, international health insurance, before you can apply. So reasonable requirements. Again, a person who is wondering whether or not their Social Security can carry them. As of 2025, I did a video regarding what someone who expects to retire to receive Social Security, and so that person can meet this threshold if they're concerned about their retirement options. Some additional things to consider if you're considering retiring abroad. Most of these countries, Thailand in particular, has universal health care, so that will cover a bulk of any incidental health issues. These nursing home facilities, assisted living facilities, likely you will have to pay out of pocket for these, but this is still significantly less than what a person would pay in the US. As you know, nursing home facilities, upwards $5,000 to $10,000 a month. And again, there's a shortage of them, staff shortage, and all that other things that you have to consider, even if you have the finances to afford it. If you have Thai health insurance, you are also going to have to purchase private Thai health insurance to cover more extensive care. Keeping your Medicare and Medicaid in the US, you also want to consider Medicaid original is Part A and Part B. Part A is free. Part B, you do have to pay a small portion that comes out of your Social Security check per month. If you cancel your Medicare Part B, you are subject to a 10% penalty for the year that you do not have Medicare. So you want to consider that too. It's probably prudent to just keep Medicare A and B if you're deciding to relocate to Thailand full time. It's a small nominal fee to keep your Part A and Part B, and it's connected to your Social Security deposit as well. Also, because you or your loved one will be living in Thailand as an elderly person, you want to meet with a Thai elderly care attorney to iron out your living will, your do not resuscitate orders, or any sort of things like that, your healthcare directives. You want that to be in English as well as in Thai. Also, you also want to consider conversion rates. It could be expensive to transfer from US dollars to Thai baht, so you also want to consider that in your budget, that you may pay some conversion fees in order to conduct business, but because you'll have a Thai bank account, it would be less expensive for you to conduct transactions from a Thai bank account to Thai vendors than from your US bank account to Thai vendors. The Thai retirement visa is valid for 1 year and can be renewed indefinitely as long as you continue to meet the income requirements, financial requirements, the amount that must be deposited in the Thai bank account. Again, that is around $23,000. In order to renew annually, you have to keep that evergreen in your bank account. And you can submit your documents from the Thai embassy if you're already in Thailand prior to the expiration of your visa. So hopefully this gives you some hope and some alternatives to think about your care as you get older. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. Again, I do have a Move Abroad program, so if you're interested and you want to move abroad, you do not know where to begin, then I invite you to think about joining the program so we can iron out the things that you need to be considering, such as what do you do with your stuff in the US? Do you have a custody agreement that you have to work out with another parent? The visa process, are you eligible to apply? Are you meeting the basic requirements that make it likely that you will be approved for your visa, as well as these other incidences as you see. Do you have an elderly patient that you're concerned about? You may want to consider about relocating them as well in order to save on elderly care services that you will be exposed to in the US. So my information will be in the description box. And thank you again, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.